Hello gang, and welcome back down to the Deluxe series on hard mode. You're here with me, Van Ham, in the chair and on the air, coming to you live from my room. It's not really live, is it? No, well, come to the live streams and then you'll see me live. Anyway, we are back down here in the same section that we were last time. Working out of Dayton, Antioch, Inglewood, and Surprise. We're going to be here again today. Before we get to some airport stuff and before we get over to this sort of land area over here, I want to run a bit of a mixed line from here, from down here in the Inglewood sort of hub we've put in. I want to get a bit of a mixed line that heads up the hill here into Antioch to bring up some food and some machine parts, right? Because I want to get food, machine parts. At some point we've got to sort out some fuel and stuff for these guys as well, but these guys need food and machine parts as well. And then what we might look at doing is we might look at shipping some conmats somehow, either via air or by ship, so in the next sort of episodes or so. But today we're going to be working on getting the machine parts here. If we take a look at Surprise Machines Factory, we've got plenty of stuff stocked up in here, ready to go in terms of being able to ship more machine parts out. So that's going to be perfect for Dayton and Antioch today. We're not going to worry about Norman so much at the moment. We'll get to Norman at some point down the track, but let's just start getting these guys fed as well. And the other thing is when we bring the conmats in, we've got Inglewood that needs conmats too. Okay, so, and the other thing is fuel coming in from way back down this way. We can send up that line that we've put in as well. So that's another line that we can send with fuel as well. So we do have food heading out, remember, down that way and bringing it back. And I'm pretty sure that was for Surprise. Well, we're going to ramp that up today and get stuff sent up here, right? So that's that key. Machine parts and food is what we're working on. I have down, now we'll head down here to Antioch because I've done a little bit of decorations. Yes, the decorations around here. If we just hit Alt-G, get rid of that, you can see it all for what it is. The land was getting a bit barren, so I painted all the trees around the area as well. I put in some like brush, terrain, grassy sort of stuff to sort of spark it up, put in the dirt and stuff. And then I gravelled up. I did a lot of gravelling around here, right? Put in some retaining walls under the bridge and stuff, and then started doing some fence work, putting in this like all the car parks and stuff. I don't have a lot of assets on this map. I don't have a lot of the assets that I do have on Billy's Bluff, and I really go nuts over the decoration in Billy's Bluff. But for this one, we just had enough to do a few little things, cranes, cargo transport and stuff, and throw some pipeline work in for when we get fuel and stuff up here, and throw some trucks and car parks around as well. All right, just enough to make it look busy, make it look like a happening place. And we've even got this dynamic crane here that rolls up and down the walk here, lifting and shifting cargo containers. All right, looks pretty cool. You can let me know what you think down below. That's kind of the overhead shot now of it in and around there. I think it's just dressing up a little bit more. And then eventually I might dress up this area here to have a lot of trains and stuff parked in there as well. Bit like a bit of a train sort of rail yard, basically. That sort of a thing. But anyway, so yeah, it's coming along. We're going to be building through here today. So I actually had to delete some of the fence out that I'd put in because I'd forgotten that we're going to put rail straight up and down there. Now we may just link that rail straight into here, and I think that will be the key. We may even just pull it straight into there somehow before here. I don't think it matters too much, but we'll basically get them looping out on the same section so they're all sharing that double track. There's no need to quad track it. That's just getting ridiculous. Right, bring back that menu. So first things first, we've got to sort out. I want to just check down here. Got 161 iron ore coming in. A little bit more iron ore would be, well, it would be nice. We've got a lot sitting on the deck up here. Only 30. That's not really a lot, is it? And you're at max. There's no other iron ore. There's this iron ore here that we've spoken about before. We could somehow get it. It'd be better to just probably get it up the hill and over there. That's still a long distance though, isn't it? It's almost train worthy, to be honest. It's definitely train worthy from here to pull all the way around into there, isn't it? It kind of is. Okay, we might have to sort that out. That might be next episode. We're going to have to put in a monster rail line to go all the way around and tuck into here to get back out then and around. Okay, we'll have a look at that later. Right, so back down here. I know I'm going backwards and forwards a little bit, but you've kind of got to get your head around it a bit. So I'm going to work backwards here for a second. I'll show you why. So we're going to take this line here, and these are our steel trucks, right? These trucks instantly are going to need to potentially get a switch out. So manage the vehicles. Because they're going to have to now do a two-way system. They're going to have to bring steel up, and they're going to have to take... currently they're doing steel. They can only do steel. They're going to have to take machine parts back, right? And they take 38. These take 32. And that's kind of the unfortunate thing, is we're going to lose 6 capacity each way to be able to get the truck doing a two-way trip. Now, it's okay because the truck's going to make money up and back, right? And they're not making money at the moment as it is. So I'm going to switch them out for that instantly. I'm going to give them 2 more trucks as well. Right? That should be more than enough. Right, so that's that leg taken care of, basically. Now we're going to come down here because we are using dump trucks. It'll be our iron ore ones, I'm pretty sure, won't it? Well, it could be the iron and the coal, realistically. No, the coal trucks are just there because the coal factory is just there. Right, well, we need to turn that into make it look a little bit more coal factory-ish, don't we? Yeah, we do. Mixed ore trucks. What's that one? Right, they're the trucks bringing it back into there. So they could get a mix-up as well. Ah, hang on. I know what those are. Okay. Yeah, these ones are the ones actually driving all the way over to here. Yeah, okay. So we're going to change the mixed ore ones up, are we? Or I could just put in an own separate truck line and leave those all alone. It's probably the smarter thing. And I tell you what, I'm even considering, you know what we'll do? We might even put in a separate truck stop. Yeah, I'm going to put in a separate truck stop just for, yeah, I think that works like that. Yep. For our machine parts to come out. I think that's the wiser thing to do. And you know what, even, yet again, I'm going to have it so it can drive through the town here. Right. No roundabouts today. We did enough roundabouts last time, right? Okay. You guys will all start to make fun of me if I do too many roundabouts. Like you already are. Right. I know that's a bit of a shonky, sort of wobbly kind of road. The only way I could fix that up, I guess, is if I do a bit of this, bit of that. Bit of leveling. Ah, the bloomin' autosave comes all the time just when you're doing something critical and something that you want to do, just get it out of the way quickly. I'll just do this quickly and then autosave kicks in and quickly turns into, oh my gosh, now it's turned into a lengthy process. Okay, anyway, still a bit of a wobbly road, needs a bit of decorating, but we get it, right? I just potentially want to avoid trucks coming all through this little skinny bit of road here. And I want to now see, yeah, okay, all the lines are still there. We're going to get, yeah, we're going to get our mixed trucks to come through town here. So these are literally going to take from here. And we're going to drop them in, that one's quite busy. We could drop them in here, I guess. But before that, we might want to come here. No. Take that out. You want to come after that into here. Yeah. So you come in, around, and out you go. Okay. I'm going to run this as like a mixed sort of color here. I don't know what kind of color we can run as mixed. I'll just run this sort of indigo sort of purpley color. All right. We can just pretend that's like a mixed goods. And we're going to actually call it Ingle to... Oh, no, it's just going to be Ingle... Ah, well, hang on, no, this is just machine parts, Ham. This is not the mixed part yet. Okay. Yeah. Keep it a machine party color. Where'd you go? Did I just write Ingle and that was it? Ingle, yep. Machine. TRNF. You didn't put a capital on machine. TRNF and right. Okay, yeah, that's gonna, I know we can't see the line, that doesn't, it's neither here nor there now. That's gonna help us anyway. Oh, and by the way, where was that line going in here? It is going through that part of town. I'm okay with that, and I'm even happy for them to do a turnaround in here. I'm not too concerned with it. They're not going to be, it's not, we're not putting massive amounts of trucks on this. So by vehicles, these actually have to be able to carry machine parts. We go these trucks. Yeah, we don't really have a lot. How about we go, because it's yeah, let's go some DHLs, because they're like a transfer, they're basically couriering, and they're only 25 a piece, so I'm going to go 4 of these just to start off with, right? 4 DHLs. Set them online. Ingle machine, please. Right, so that's going to hopefully start kicking that off. Well, it won't kick anything off until I get the train line in, to be honest. So we are going to be running another train up and down this track. However, we now need to, I'm just going to get a bit of a pause rolling on here for a second, because we need to now sort this line out. And it's going to take a little bit of jiggery-pokery. You know what it's like getting these lines to work so we don't upset other lines, basically. I want, are we going catenary? Maybe. I might go electric on it. We'll see how we go. How about we peel off down here first? We get a nice sort of, from about maybe here. Right. So this is how we're going to do it. I always put a bit of track in there like that. Now, you're coming up this way, so we only need a 1 peel off like that, don't we? No, you're too wide, so you need to do a two width peel off. My bad. My bad. Alright, extend that to there. Put that there. That's how that should go. Nice big swoopy peel off. You can now get rid of these. Right, and that will give us a nice little clean junction just off here, even though we are going uphill, right? That's how you do it. That's how I do it anyway. Somebody else might do it better and whatever than me, but that's how I do it. And then we're going to get a nice straight shot run into the actual station itself, over the road and far away. Doodah. Doodah. Do I need double? Yeah, you know what? I will put the ability for you to switch into 2 now as well. Like that. Right? Yeah. That's actually quite... I like that. That actually works for me really well. And if you want to get really technical, you could throw lines down here and then throw some trains down the middle and stuff and do all that kind of fancy stuff. Look, there's even a fence just there. That's a bit of fun. Right, so next bit is we wanted to get these looped out. Now I'm thinking, I kind of want to, we do have this, I've put in this like crane thingy just here as a pretend thing. We do need to swoop back into there though. I was thinking about running it around the outside a bit longer, which I still might do for a bit. Okay, so let's say that's our length there that we want before we run in. Let's run in after these signals here. So that means those signals are used for now. And remembering, we've got to sort something out here. Oh, what's going on here? Something stuck there or something? I don't know. Too much curvature, construction not possible. Huh. Alright, well, what we're going to do is we are heading that way, and this mixed train is going to run this way, so I need you to pull you out like that. But you're telling me now it's too much curvature. I reckon that there was a bit of a problem with that track. Yeah. Right, so we'll get you like this. Right. Now we can get rid of those bits of track. That's our rejoin track. But I'm noting that the fact that we are going two ways, and we've got an in and an out track here. So that's what we need to consider when doing this this line here. And these two outside lines, are they going to be running inside outside as well, like left right? Are they going to be running left right only, or are they going to be running one way and we're just going to send them back down the one way line? Yeah, I think for the moment that's what we're going to do. Right? Yeah. So we're going to have our two-way there. We're not going to upset the apple cart there, but we are going to sling a few trains down the actual right-hand passage instead of the left-hand passage. So that the right-hand passage will end up getting a lot more trains running on it. But when you think about it, it all equals out because they're going down here. It's really only just this bit where they're same. Because by the time they get here, they peel off and do their own thing anyway. Which means that signal-wise, you can actually have... We are going to be running both that way and that way on these trains. And that way on these, you know. And I'll put a little block just there as well. Just so the trains know that this is the only direction that they run. As opposed to that one. Okay, so... Let's get a line in. Let's say that it's going to be from station number... Yeah, okay, we'll leave it at 1. We'll leave it at 1. We'll see what the we'll see what it makes of it here. We're going to come down into... Well, you know what? We could actually... Okay, yeah, well, we could actually free up a bit of line here and use this out here as well. So, keeping our nice what we're doing here, we might peel it off down about here. So if I get you to come like this, right? Yeah, I know, I'm just doing this literally. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit it in, are we? We may not fit this in, but we'll see how we go. So I'm just doing that basically to get a nice parallel. The roundabout might have to get a shift. Heathen. Moving roundabouts. Everything should make way for the roundabouts. Alright. That's how... Now, I basically did that just to get a perfect parallel to the track I've already got going on in there. In case you're wondering. Right. So it gives me a nice running parallel all the way through here. Before we enter, which is my one way, so the outside one, which is kind of perfect for what we're doing here, right? So that is actually really perfect for how we're setting up this line, and I'll even let you know that it is that one way. But autosave. I've got to switch the autosave back to a lesser timing there. All right. Good. Got it good. Right. Perfect. Give me a couple of signals there as well. Just to let you know that you can have either or station. Either or. Either other. And where do you want to bring this back in? Well, it's going to be tricky to kind of bring it back in past the bridge. I mean, you can give it a go. I can't see it happening. It just... by doing it, you allow yourself to... Just give it a go. See how you go by pulling it like across there. No, for some reason you're not going to like that, are you? Okay, and I don't want to lose that bridge so much, so I could move these signals just here and re-put them back in shortly. Just give me... We'll put in our lines like this just so I can get my nice connections, as always. And we're only going one way on it though, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Which is the outside lane again. So the inside lane pretty much doesn't get touched. Yeah. Now, I know I don't need to do that everywhere, and I know that it's, I am, but I'm literally doing it because, yeah, that's better, that's what I want. Because I just get a nice, clean, line that peels off, whereas if you try and just do this, this is what the game tries to do to you. If I can get this to work. Try it over here. The game gives you a junction like this otherwise, right? And that's all good and well. But then you end up, and you want to peel it into a station around here, so you end up with this, like, twisty S-bend sort of looking track. Whereas here, I can get a nice, if I put the gap in already, I can get the peel out that I want to be a nice, smooth, straight run in. If that makes sense. And it just adds, it just makes it look a little bit more realistic in terms of track lay. And the gap as well. Because, you know, when they lay tracks, they have to lay tracks perfectly, pretty much. They have to run really well. Otherwise, you end up with the, and those poor people in India with that big train crash over the weekend. I don't know if anyone saw it, but, you know, thoughts go out to all those families that you know, over 280 people, you know, lost, and it's horrific. So just goes to show you how rail safety is a massive thing and needs to be abided. And so thoughts go out anyway. But we crack on with our game, because that's what we're playing. We're playing a game. Yeah, we're playing a game. Right, I'm just going to put that there. And that's it. So, our line that we were putting in at a station. And I don't want you there. I want you to come around to 4. Or 3. You can come to... No, you can come to 3, I think. Yeah. You can switch into 3. That'll be nice, because then that leaves station 4 for another train if we want to run it. So, I want to run that sort of indigo purple color that I was talking about before. And it is switching up the outside lane. And this is the key point here. What's it doing here? It's coming that way and it's going that way. That's absolutely spot on. And how you're going out here, you're peeling up there and you're going that way. And what do you know? We've got a lovely line. That all worked. I'm really happy about that. Okay, so we are going Ingle to Ant mixed G. I'll put goods, mixed goods, fire, train. Okay. T-Rain. All right. We're going by T-Rain, people. But just by train, please. Not by T-Rain. What's that you got there? I've got a T-Rain. Okay. Enough of that. Right. What were we dropping off here last time that was all fun and sort of Gucci? The tools, that's right. And so now hopefully we're going to get machines and food into these places. To do that, we need to tell this train what it is actually going to be taking. So before we actually put the train line on, let's tell it what it's going to do. At Inglewood Annex, right? You're only going to load food and machine parts, okay? You're not unloading anything here, actually. We're not going to bring any... Well, we could start to bring some ore back, but I'm just going to leave it, okay? I'm going to leave it, I'm going to leave it. And at Antioch, right? Don't load anything. Just unload for us food and machine parts, okay? Perfect. Now, that's not it, right? We'll put the train in at the end because we'll ride the train at the end. You know how this game works by now, people. You've watched my episodes enough times, and if you haven't, if you're new here, we always do a track ride at the end of the playthrough. So sit back, relax, and kick yourself in for that. We've got to get a couple of lines up into the town now to say, hey, you want some food? You want some machine parts? Where you guys? All right. Right. So. Machine parts are at this back end. Now I put a truck stop over here which only covers out to these areas. That bites, man. Where's your food situated? Now you're not big on the food at the moment. Your food's just there, which you covered. Okay, so food will get into there and some machine parts. I'm just wondering. Okay, we might put in 2 separate lines. Well, we're gonna have to anyway because I want a line just for food and I want a line just for machine parts. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to throw in a truck stop basically down the middle of this street, which is going to cover the machine parts. The food just covered, I think. It's to this building just here. Yep, just covered. Okay, so that's going to make that easy. Right, new line. This truck stop's going to get very busy very quickly. Right, we're going to go from here. Perfect. And we're going to go, first one we'll do machine parts, all right? They can run off the same stop out here. Now the beauty is we don't just have to use this truck stop. I might actually build another truck stop down in here. Might actually work for us as well. And I can have trucks coming in and out of here, which is actually cool. Actually, you know what? We could just do that today and show you how fun that is. But we might actually send this truck stop up the hill here to Dayton. All right, so this one here, we're calling it Machini Bajini. Actually, don't make it that white. Make it a little bit grayer so we can see a little bit more. Actually, that's too gray. About there. Okay. We're going to call this Ant... what? Machine... delivery. Fire truck. Cool. Okay, that's pretty easy. And it's given a line, and I don't care which way it wants to drive. You can just do what you want to do. Now, you are driving in here. Normally, I would get it to swing around the road, but it is actually coming in, and it's turning and going up in there. So it's actually doing an all right turnaround in there, not an unrealistic U-turn for a truck. So I'm inclined to leave that like that. Okay, so that's that. We need to get some trucks on there, right? And that'll get that rolling. We'll do the truck stuff now as well. Get the truck sorted now. Where... oh, yeah, I know. Where is the truck stop? Don't tell me I was using this one all the way up here for these guys. Surely not. Okay, well, there's a little extra building we get to put into this place to dress it up just a little bit more. And you know what? I might actually just feed it down into here and have it like as a set sort of building that can connect up to this road. That, oh, actually, we could run you on a nice little angle there. Or I can run you parallel to that. Yeah, that'll look good. Yes, good, good, good. I actually want a sharp road too. Sharp connection for me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm digging it. Okay, there was probably one. I probably do have one here somewhere. Was I really pulling all my trucks just... I guess it's not that far away, is it? Hey, what do you think of my roundabout that I put in here? It was in the picture last time. Doesn't it look great? Signage, and it's got trees, and look at it. It's great. It's fantastic. Yeah, okay, whatever. You're all like, shut up, Ham. Okay, while we're here, let's squeeze in a truck stop. I might need to delete a few things down in here. I want to do this. I haven't really left myself a lot of space for truck stops in here, have I? Oh, I lie. There's a truck stop position right there. Line 1, position 2, truck stop. That's kind of cool, actually. It's tucked up in here. You could just imagine with this place, there'd be a lot of like forklifts driving around. And can we actually configure you a back entrance there? Just 2. I'll take it. I will absolutely 100% take it. And then configure. Let's get a bit of capacity. Let's not worry about the capacity. That's I can do a little bit of decoration anyway, but that's perfect. Okay, that'll give us some truck stops, and I know that that has to go further up to get up that way, but man, I'm not really worried. Right, line 1, position 2, autosave. There used to be a TV show, like a kids' TV show, like one of those quiz shows, where you would have to like they would have to buzz in. There'd be words and there'd be lines and stuff, and the kids would have to buzz in and go. And the host would ask them a question, and they'd be like, "What is the answer to this?" And then the kid would go, "Meh," and you'd have to go, "All right, line 1," and lines might be like 1 through to 4, and then word position 2, and that would be the answer, and you'd be like, "Line 1, position 2, excellent," like that kind of a thing, and he'd be like, "Uh-oh, wrong. It is not excellent. It is a roundabout and boring." And I'd be like, "Oh, no, that is excellent." Okay, shut up, man. Right, Antioch. I want you to be under the sea. Line 1. And every time I say line 1, I want to say line 1, position 2, roundabout. And then in here, that's fine. Unrealistic U-turns, but whatever. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. Unless I put the short delivery truck on that, which I might, which is just like a fixed truck. It's like, what do they call it? It's not a semi-trailer. It's, I forget the name of it. Anyway, we're going to go food. You're going to be called Antioch. Ant food delivery fire truck. Okay. Now, the other thing I should be doing as well is that Antioch hold, I should be telling you to only load food. Okay. Yeah. And the same with you there, friendo. Manage the line at Antioch hold. I should be telling you to only load machine parts. Yeah, okay. That's just going to help differentiate that. Now, these lines are probably going to take a while to step in because there's going to be a lot of time before... it's going to be a long time before we actually get all of the machine parts and products filtered up the hill, but when we start to get the rolling with it, it'll work okay. How are we doing for time? We're at 31, so we're close to getting this done, and we're close to getting our track ride done. Right, so let me just check right here where we're looking at sending these products, by the way. We've got food, and we've got machine parts over here. If we could maybe, I think, wallop in a truck stop in the middle of town... You know, that might actually work. Even though we lose a little bit. What about just here, maybe? Just out on the outskirts of the town here. You lose 3 buildings, but I'm okay with that. 3 buildings for a lot of coverage. We don't need it to be that long either. Now, can I actually build something under that? So this is what I propose, right? This is what I propose to... Wait, don't press. Look at the traffic jam coming in and out of here now. This... When you think... Just traffic... All we did was shift the traffic jam from here to here. Holy moly. We should make the roundabout bigger. Alright, we can work on traffic and stuff later. No. Configure this to have a street access out the back here. Right. I don't know. You wanted to send a road over the top of that? I don't think that's going to work for you, friendo. You might... Look, here's the thing. You might be able to do that. Sure, you can have that big steep looking hill. In fact, I'm going to do you all a favor. Okay, I'm going to do you all a massive favor and take that hill out, because that hill is... That's a horrendous... They call it horrendous hill. I don't really, but I do. Just unnecessary hill right there, basically. Okay. Now if I can give you some advice, that would be, that's how you fix traffic problems, by the way. You just delete the roads. But if I can give you some advice, it would be, come up there. Yeah, have a nice bit of an angled street. You can have a connection there. You can have your connection back here, can you? We might put a shorter street connection there, okay? That's not going to help traffic by any means. Now, because I've got decorations there, it's not going to help, is it? There we go. You can have a shorter street there. And you guys can have a street there. Yeah. That looks a million times better, I'll be honest. Okay. Right, back to our line. So we're bringing both into here, and that will give us the connection. That will give us the connection for food and machine parts. Yeah, that's wonderful. So, add station just here, thanks. That means our truck stop we've got running tools. Leave it for the moment. Right, we're going to get you coming up the hill that way, and I'm going to send you back down that way, just so you don't deal with the traffic issues that are on board. So, to do that, I'm just going to wallop a waypoint there. Right, manage the line. Now, if you don't... See how you get this funny white-looking line? If you go to your numpad keys and you click on one, twice, you can get rid of that, so you can get the regular view with the lines, and you can work like that. It's a little bit nicer on the eyes, I'll be honest. The old negative exposure, whatever it's called, is a little bit too blinding sometimes. Add station after date and sightings. We're going to go that way, and beautiful. You're going to head back down the hill, swoop in there, and around you go. All right. Lovely. It's a long drive, I'm aware. This one here, I'm going to just set it on one line. This is also going to be called mixed, okay? It's going to be called ant to date mixed goods by truck. Okay, we could run two, but because we can run it all off one and they all swoop into the one stop, we're going to run it as mixed. Okay, we're going to give it that purpley color, but I am going to tell it at Antioch that I only want you to pick up food and machine parts. Okay, just to start with, right? That's it. There is no more, no more, no more, no more. Okay. Right, now let's get some trucks on that. And so the trucks I was thinking about, right, for these, did I put the trucks on that already? That's Antioch Tools. Okay, now I haven't put the food trucks on. That means I haven't done that. Let's buy some trucks. Did I buy the machine trucks? No, okay. So this is what I'm thinking. To start off with, I was thinking about these urban e-trucks. They're kind of like a fixed chassis truck. Much easier for doing U-turns and stuff like that. They only take a capacity of 20 though. That is a downfall, but for the moment, they're not going to be, look, they're not going to be taking a lot of products to start with. I will go 4 of them, set them online. So the first one I want to do is Antioch machines delivery, right? Bang, done. We can always, if there's so many products hitting the deck and we don't have enough truck space, we can change it up later, right? But for now, we're just going to be using the urban delivery trucks, right? We're going with 4 again, buy, and they will be on the Antioch food, right? Delivery, right? So that's Antioch sorted out. As for the ones that have the longer journey up the hill and far away, we will get them a bit more of a beefier truck that can take more, like this one here, the Chifang tarpaulin. You would think it would have mixed goods, like, yeah, it's got a heap of food on it, yeah, it's got a heap of tools on it. It just looks like a mixed sort of truck. I will be running 10 on this just for the distance that they have to go to start with, and I will be setting that on ant date and mixed goods trucks, right? So we'll get all those out rolling around. That means that we should have all of our truck lines established, ready to go. So before we buy our train into our train right along today, let's just double check our lines, cross our T's and dot our I's. So these trucks here, right, they will be shipping steel, no, hang on, yeah, these ones here will be shipping steel up. We can even tell them, manage the line at surprise, can we get you to load machine parts, please? Right? And I could tell them to pick up steel there, but I'm not going to. And it is our DHLs right now, ready to do the pickup, our transfer trucks. Okay, there's someone mowing a lawn out there that's really loud, so I apologize if you can hear that. Right, so line management for this one. Did we do that already? Manage the line. Did we tell them Inglewood Exchange? Just pick up the machine parts for us, thanks. Yeah, that's all you need to know. And then we've told our train line, once it gets the stuff, it's only picking up... no, that's wrong, Inglewood here. It's only picking up machine and food, so that's good, right? Excellent, that's looking good. And that's it. Let's get a train. Let's ride it out. Right, you can let me know what you think. Oh, look at all that trucks piling out. I love it. This place is going to look super busy with the trains and the trucks rolling through now, and I'm really happy about that. And it doesn't bother me that they might get held up by trains crossing. I just think it's super fun. Right, last order of business today, and that is to buy a train. Now, do we want to go an electric EMD, AEM? They are expensive to run the electrics as opposed to just the straight up diesels. So that's why I'm always opposed to running electrics all the time, especially when you're just establishing a line that it's probably going to take a while for it to kick in. The best bet is to go with the diesel locomotives. Let's see what we've got on the train deck here. We've got this for 2 million. We've run the Series 246 already down the other end. It is a nice cheap one. We've already got a C40, I think, have we? Or are we running the SD40s up here? What are we running? Looks like the C40s. So we could run the E40s, isn't it? Yeah, oh no, the SD40s. So the EMD, sorry. Yeah, and we're running the Cs already. They do 120, they do 105. I need something that does about the same sort of pace. That China one does about the same pace. That does quicker. Let's see what we got in the way of electric. If we got something fairly well priced, I might consider using it. Like, I'll take something around the 2 to low 1 or 2 to high 1s if we can get that. I don't think we can. Geez, even that 1042 is expensive. That's going to be none of them are really, are they? It's so expensive to run electrics. And Steam's just a no-go now. Okay. We're just going to have to go with the diesel. If we're going to run a diesel, I might run this GE42. Is this a passenger built or is it built for... The GE Genesis series is unique among the currently built North American locomotives because the locomotives are particularly light due to the full shell construction. I don't know if it is actually a... Don't know if it's built for what we want it to do, but we haven't used one yet, so why don't we just give it a go? Let's add it. Let's go cargo wagons. We're going to run the navies as well because we're running them, although we're running machine parts and food, aren't we? Boxcar takes machine parts and food. Well, we can for once run specific... Yeah, I'm down with it. And they'll look good on there too. Let's take a capacity, let's say we want a capacity of... Now, it's overkill. It is absolutely overkill on this already to run 180. But... Yeah, okay, be smart about it, Ham. Yeah, but... Trains. Yeah. We're earning around 20 million a year. Okay, don't worry about this. This is just investments on trucks that we just bought and rail we put in and all that sort of stuff and me doing stuff. So, look, knock it down to 100 capacity just to start with. It's going to be expensive to run for a while, but we'll take the hit. We'll buy it. Let's set this line on. Now it's going to be Ingle and mixed goods. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's your rollout for today. I've been Van Ham. Let's have a look at this thing. It does look nice. First time I've used it. I've been Van Ham, so thanks for joining me. Oh, yes, that's right. You let us know you're on your way out. We're going to ride this train anyway today and have a bit of fun with it. Roll credits! Thank you to all my members and subs and those people. You know what? It's going to go down now. So we'll go down and we'll come back up. And we can do the outro like that. Oh, look at this. This is super busy trucks. So there's a train rolling in. We've got a train rolling out. Let's come back here and ride this train, hey? This will be a bit of fun. All right, so thanks for hanging out today. Next episode, we will kick into probably seeing how this line goes. And I want to build that iron ore line over to the right. So we may do that. And look at maybe start to getting some combats in and see how we go for that episode. But otherwise, stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you for the next episode. All right, get out of here.